Snoodle.
The elusive booper.
I like Bang Bang. Use a gun.
I'm not familiar with that one. Is that a water type?
No, it's a gun.
Oh.
It's a gun
No,
type.
you're talking about Bang Bang.
It's
We're
a
talking about.
firearm.
We're still talking about
Bang.
Booper Snoodle.
It's
I don't
psychic
know.
firearm.
Psychic.
Fire. A Booper
Fires
Snoodle.
sight.
Don't murder.
It
Oh
fires
God.
mind bullets.
That's the one that should have been in the American version.
Yeah.
Bang
Yeah.
Bang.
Bang Bang.
Yeah.
That's
They're
a
getting
yeah.
there. Just give them one more generation. They'll have.
They'll eventually get to a gun.
yeah. That's a Rubber Ninja animation.
Gun
If you want to check that out.
All right. So, welcome back to the table. My name is Siege.
I'm a sleepy Moxie.
I'm just Alex.
I'm missing digit.
And this is Crit Happens.
Yay!
So,
we're
guys,
back.
Yeah.
Well, stop saying
Everyone
we're back
talk at the same time.
every time. Like we disappear for like 3 weeks. Like, oh, we're not dead. We promise. We're just really bad
We're-
at being consistent.
We are back at the microphone.
Oh,
like,
hey.
We leave and
Well,
then
I
come
wanted
back. It's,
to-
they want to know that we are here.
Yeah. In
That's
case they
why
didn't notice.
every time.
In case
Yep.
they didn't notice.
But
Jeez, it sounds like everybody's talking just to talk right now. Like,
Yeah.
that's what it's like. Everybody's, the microphone's back in my face. I'm going to say something witty.
Are you doing that just to talk right now?
No, I'm just being honest. Oh,
I'm onto your
Rude.
game. I'm onto
getting a
your
look.
games.
I'm getting a look from Missing Digit because he told me a few weeks ago. He goes, "Stop calling things out. Stop being so
Just stop
negative."
telling us when we're
We're
doing
s-
things.
We're so meta.
Oh.
Okay. I mean, what? Adding to the conversation.
Yeah.
I refuse.
So, getting back on track, we've never really been on track, but if we could find a track, that'd be great. But today we're going to be talking about Pokemon Go.
Because that was inevitable.
It is definitely inevitable.
It's insane.
Well, it came out
It's-
2-3 weeks ago.
Something
I
like
don't
that.
think it's been
feels,
that long.
It feels like an eternity at this point. The whole world has changed. Everyone's fit.
It came out at the beginning of this month,
all the
and it
Pokemon
is
have been
now
caught.
the end of this
Dude, I
month.
found out that I have muscles in my
Yeah.
legs.
Whoa!
I found those out when they hurt all the time.
I
It
found
was
out there's
extreme.
more than like 10 people in the city of Mooresville, town
Right.
of Mooresville.
I found that apparently there's a lot of Pokestops at the canal in Indianapolis. Because now, as soon as the sun goes down, there's like 50 people congregated in one area. And then like as you go down the canal, there's like a million fucking trainers. It's insane.
I haven't actually gone downtown yet to play Pokemon Go.
if you're out of Pokeballs, it's a great place to go
Yeah.
to get Pokeballs without paying for them. I had 3 when we went downtown Friday night. Me and Caitlin went down there for a date, and we just walked around the block for like 20 minutes, and I came back with 80 Pokeballs.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. Because there's like, I mean, even in one building I found 3. And like that's been consistent just downtown because there's so many businesses and so many things like so close together.
So
Yeah.
What level and team is everyone on?
All right. I am level 15 now, and I'm on Team Mystic.
I'm almost level 11. I play very, very casually.
Mhm.
Very casually. Just if I happen to be out and in an area, I'll just turn it on and see what's there, and then once I catch something, I turn it off. But I'm Team Instinct.
What about you, Alex? I want to be last just because
Okay.
I feel like I'm important.
I'm on the cusp of level 10, and I'm also Team Mystic.
I'm also Team Mystic, and I am level like 7 because my phone is really, really not agreeing with it, and I only have Wi-Fi for the game, which is like not the way to play it.
No, I get that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Bub's team. Bub is. I think he's level 9 because he also plays very, very casually.
Yeah.
Because we're constantly working at home.
Right.
But he's Team Instinct as well.
So
There's no Valors.
No
No.
valor.
Good, I don't have to
no.
murder
We're a very
somebody.
cowardly bunch around here.
no, I love the entire thing that's like springed up out of this, whereas people are like categorizing the teams, and the best one I've seen so far is Team Valor needs to stop. Like doesn't sleep, is like jacked at this point.
I like how it has highlighted sort of the everyone's leaning towards joining factions and just being mad at each other for being in different factions. Just like
Thing is, nobody's-
you're dumb because you're
To
on
an-
the yellow
Nobody. I
team.
was gonna say nobody's really mad at Team Instinct. They're just like, oh, it's Team Instinct.
Yeah.
It's like,
We do like glue.
Like I think my favorite was like Team Instinct and Team Mystic are cooperative like friends, and Team Valor and Team Instinct are like friendly rivalry, and then it's like Mystic and Valor, blood, blood, war, death, more blood.
The image of Legolas and dwarf guy, I can't remember his name. Wow, that's
Dwarf
Gimli.
guy, that's his name.
burned,
Good
burned
old
to the
dwarf
ground,
guy.
aren't I? What was his name? I totally forget
I
it.
just said it.
Gimli, thank you. Yes, Gimli and Legolas like talking together, like but as friends, and they're Instinct and Mystic, and then like the Odrock army is Valor.
Valor, yeah.
It's so perfect. But it's interesting, like the social element that's come out of this, and like just the sheer amount of like influence the game has had in such a short period, which is like the main thing I've been interested in, because the game itself, honestly, is pretty bare bones. It's
Yeah.
not. It's a
barely a
really janky app. It's a pretty like simple game, but because it's developed this social influence and kind of this broad spectrum of bringing people into the community and meeting each other and like going to places they would never go, like to the top of like a hill or something.
I
Just
don't like walking up hills.
Yeah.
It took Pokemon Go for me to go walk.
well, it's incredible because people
Up
have
a
like
hill.
Rode up a hill.
Yeah,
people
drive.
have talked about
lazy.
people have talked about how they've like gotten out of their house for the first time in like a long time, and I'm like generally becoming more active, and
Yeah.
people have gotten less depressed, and they've met new friends, and like there's this huge social element that's come out of a game that like I can't expect Niantic or Nintendo expected to do as well as it did, because
Oh, definitely not. I mean, the servers, I think, are...
Just
are-
wait till they
Well-
actually release the game.
yeah,
Yeah.
because
This is all just beta.
like technically the game was supposed to come out in I believe about a month or two, but people were so invested in it, so interested in it, that Nintendo was just like, all right, well, let's put it out early in the state it's in right now. And it's like it's probably broken for that reason, so we'll see in the next few months if
Yeah.
that's true.
If I had to guess, the reason they release it early is just because of the weather. If you release a thing that makes people go outside and walk around in like fall, coming on to winter, then it tanks the game. But I guess if you release it in the summer,
Yeah.
even if it's not a complete game, you get people outside moving around, and you build
Makes
that.
sense.
Yeah, they're
build
trying.
that base.
Yeah, I can see that. Trying to take advantage of the summer.
Did anybody get one of the Poke Watches or the Poke pieces where pre-order it?
Oh, the
Mm-mm.
Poke
No.
Pluses?
No.
I
Poke
want.
Plus,
I
Poke
want
Plus.
to. They should be coming out at the end of the month for
They're
purchase.
sold out.
What do they do for you?
Essentially, it's a tiny little piece, and it's a Bluetooth piece to go to your phone. And whenever you have it on and connected to your phone, if you're walking around, if a Pokemon's nearby, it'll vibrate, and you can tap to catch it, and it'll. I believe it also is for like hatching eggs and all kinds of things, but it's not the drain on the battery,
Right.
and it's not, it. I was super excited when I came across it because I was like, oh, this is a great way to be like at work or walking around and just be able to tap and catch it, and then you open up your app and see what you've caught.
That
Yeah.
would be nice because it drains my phone. Like,
They're sold out.
yeah,
They're sold out everywhere. You can't find one. They already have them on pre-order sales on eBay. They come out the end of this month for like $150. They're $35 if you pre-ordered
Wow.
one.
wow.
And so it begins.
I got one for Bub
Yep.
as like a gift for Father's Day. I was like, hey, that's a neat idea.
Yeah. A father to his cats,
And
by the
now-
way.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
yeah, like what
Father
children
to
are
his
you?
Pokemon.
Yeah.
To our cats, yes. Shut up. Don't judge.
Shut
Anyway.
shut up.
But I think we're gonna share it because he's inside a lot. I'm the one that
Mhm.
does a lot of the running, and because it ties to Bluetooth, it's not like it ties to an account.
Sure.
So I'm excited. I almost see it as like when you see with somebody with one of those, it's almost like an elite piece.
Yeah.
They're
Sure.
sold out everywhere. It's
Oh
like,
my
oh,
God.
you're
No,
a
let's-
serious
Yeah.
player.
That's
Now they're coming out
dangerous
with
territory.
shields for them. They're basically like little covers, so you can like basically rock your team. Like they've got Mystic,
Oh.
Valor,
Oh, that's
and
cool.
Instinct. Like
Hopefully that's cool.
hopefully that's cool.
Yeah, we don't develop gang. I started seeing people like, here's a symbol for your team. It's like, no. Let's stop. Let's not go too far with this. All right.
I don't know. I've seen some pretty cool T-shirt designs.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, yeah.
I don't
These
have.
T-shirts are awesome.
he
And
needs like somebody tagging something, which I've seen
Oh,
already.
yeah,
yeah. I've
Oh.
seen a
people
few
like
of those.
they have hand signals, which is just like
Oh, yeah.
That's
we
not-
don't need that just yet.
I will say.
Let's wait till being on a team actually means something.
Yeah, because
right now it's just a color.
It sounds like it does because it gives you that spiel of just like, oh, you focus on eggs, and oh, you focus on battling, and you focus on evolution. It's like, okay, so you get a buff for that. It's like, no, it's just pick your favorite color.
Yeah,
like,
at this point, there might be some sort of advantage of picking a team later on when they fully release the game.
Yeah, which is why I think like
for now it's just
many people
arbitrary.
I feel I think that's why people pick Mystics so much was because like it makes your Pokemon evolve quicker. It's just like I want that.
That's also why a lot of people choose Valor too. It's like combat bonus.
Yeah, and why
I'm
no one
rock all the
picked
gems.
no one picked Instinct.
That's why I picked Instinct.
Oh yeah.
For the eggs. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's just like a smaller number of people.
Well, I wanted to use it as a mechanism to like encourage me to go out and walk anyway.
Right.
Right.
So having like access to the eggs, and for me, I think unless you're going downtown all the time or going to somewhere super condensed, having the ability to handle eggs more will get you the rare Pokemon if you're not out and active as much. So that was why I chose the team.
Yeah, I hatched a 10-kilometer egg. I got an Aerodactyl out of it.
Nice.
So that's the best one I've gotten. Like, it's not my strongest, but it's definitely like the rarest one I've gotten so far.
That's one of the problems with the like if you can only play on Wi-Fi is you will never hatch an egg in your life. I've had it.
You won't.
I've had it for weeks, and I think the first egg I got is on like 0.4 kilometers.
Jeez.
And that's because I keep turning it back on and off, and it's just like, where am I? Okay, right there. Oh, where am I? Right there. And so I walk like a few yards every now and again.
My first egg that I hatched, I think it was like a 5-kilometer egg or something like that. And when I'm at work, my work's like it sucks because like I do patrols, like, and my patrols are like 2.5 miles per patrol.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this will be a great way to hatch egg and catch Pokemon. It's a complete dead zone. Like it's a complete dead zone for Pokemon. Like there's nothing in the area. Like I mean, I get like a couple of Pidgeys here and there and Rattatas, and then it's also like a complete dead zone for like cell service. Like because like most of my patrols are indoors, and it's like I've never really tried it before with my cell phone. Like because I had no reason to have my cell phone on while I'm on patrol. But I go inside. It's like most of my patrol is like inside, and it just blocks signals. Almost that sucks.
That's kind of why I hope they had some sort of pedometer function to it.
Yeah. But
or anything.
I think it does read. It's a mix of your pedometer and your speed on the map, from what I've heard. But there's a lot of misinformation with this game. I don't think anyone
it's definitely
really
tied
understands.
to GPS and speed.
Because otherwise, it would actually.
It won't. That you maybe get a little bit. Like whenever you come to a stop, it might progress it a little bit.
Because the thing is, like, I walk from the edge of downtown to the middle of downtown and back basically every day. I walk like an hour a day. So I would have, if it was pedometer, I would certainly have a lot more on that game at this point.
Yeah.
But it uses the GPS to recognize.
It definitely uses GPS.
Yeah.
But that's. But yeah, going back to like I found a little glitch because like just for some reason when I'm sitting in the guard shack, like when I'm not actually on patrol, the GPS doesn't read correctly, so it just keeps like shifting back and forth from where I'm actually at to like 100 yards to my right. So like my avatar just keeps running back and forth. So like I definitely hatched like an entire like my first egg because I just put it on a charger at work and just let it sit there and just watched it run back and forth.
I caught my first Ekans that way. I was sitting still
I haven't seen one.
Turn it up, and I was in Spencer, and then my avatar just like ran halfway across the town, and Ekans popped up. I catch it, and then he ran all the way back. So he knew what was up.
Nice. I was so salty because I was visiting my parents a couple weeks ago, and Cubone's my favorite Pokemon, and there was a Cubone like right there somewhere.
Yeah.
Like it was like within 1 footstep, and I could not find it. Like I drove everywhere. I got out and I parked on the side of the road and got out and walked, and like Caitlin was like, "What are you doing?" It's like, "I'm gonna find this Cubone." I did not find that Cubone.
What's the best you guys have had get away? I had an Abra down in Spencer that I really wanted that I could not find anywhere.
So this was like when I first opened up the game and I found a Hypno. I'm just like, oh, sweet, something evolved. That's pretty cool. I want to catch that.
That's pretty neat.
And that's pretty neat. And I threw the ball. It was catching, and then it did the freeze. And then it was just like
staring at a Pokeball.
Just like quiet disappointment.
Like I have to close the app. There's nothing else to do here.
It's like the first.
Shit.
I'm not gonna say that joke. But yeah, it was super disappointing, and there was this limbo of just like I could sit here and wait, But I
No,
know
it's
that this will
froze.
It's
change
never
nothing.
gonna
It doesn't-
change
it
anything.
It was
doesn't do
gone.
that.
Like you're just like, I could wait and maybe, but you just know.
Mine was when
No,
I
it's
didn't
not
even
going to.
actually have my phone. Right?
it-
Everybody's out. I was like, bro, what the hell do you play? David and our friend were running down to get drinks, and they were going to pick up some Pokemon on the way. I said, here's my phone. I'm hopping in the shower. Get something for me. They came across some Pikachus.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, they're not
Yeah.
absurdly, rare, but they're not everywhere.
No, yeah.
Especially in this area. I've seen one once.
Yeah, I've caught one. That's the only one I've seen.
Yeah. But, so they found one, and they hunted him down, and they found where he was, and David caught his, and she caught hers, and they go to catch mine, and for some reason, the CP on mine was outrageously high. It was like 460 or something
Oh,
like that.
jeez.
And so mine got away.
Aw.
Ba-dun-da-da.
Use those raspberries.
Brr.
Well, I didn't have my phone to
Right.
be like,
Yeah.
let me show you how it's done, folks.
That was an interesting sound.
But they came back and they were like, we found a Pikachu, but it got away. And
got
I
ours,
turned to
though.
her and I was like, I actually laying here about 5 minutes before you got here said to myself, they're both going to catch an awesome Pokemon and I'm not going to get shit. She's like, I got you some Pidgeys. I was like,
You monkey pawed the shit out of yourself. Why'd you do that?
I don't know. It was still.
It's just like
she
the
felt so bad.
the
and
universe
I told her
heard
it
you.
was not a problem. It was okay. I'll find one eventually.
So has anybody else run out of Pokeballs yet?
Nope.
Yeah.
And
I
got very
gone
close.
out? Because I actually ran out of Pokeballs, and I swear the game knows when you're out of Pokeballs, and that's when it starts throwing stuff. I swear, like, I was out of Pokeballs for 3 days, and every time I'd go anywhere, I found 3 Bulbasaur, I found 2 Squirtle, and then I found like 2 other Pokemon that I hadn't caught yet that just happened to like pop up in places that they never pop up, like right outside my apartment or at the parking lot at work. Like these are popping up there, like places like nothing ever pops up here, especially nothing good. It's always a Rattata or a Pidgey.
Did
It's
you
like they
do
show up to your
anything, like-
window. They're like, I heard you talking shit. You can't have none of this and just
They're
drive
like,
away.
Yeah, it's like all the Bulbasaurs are like, heard you're out of Pokeballs. Just stretch my legs here.
I actually, I spent $10, so I've got some Poke coins.
I did because I had $10 in my Google Wallet. So when I first ran out, I bought some. But the second time I ran out, that's when everything popped up, and I was just like, game.
Oh, you know what's great? So I was reading, like, there's been so many quick ways to get better at Pokemon Go. And
Way to commit.
I just remembered the rest of the story, and I got super fucking, like, I don't give a fuck anymore. So one of the things it says is, if you can't afford Poke coins, don't worry about it, because you can get those from a Defender bonus you get every day by defending a gym.
gym
Like,
that
oh,
you-
that's great.
Yeah.
So I get to level 5.
Right?
Um,
Going
I heard
to
the
gym
same
for more
thing.
than 10
Yeah,
minutes.
it's like, you've got to fight a 2,000 CP. It's just like, whoa, are you serious? Just like, yeah.
It's not even that. Like, I can take over gyms. I've taken over tons of gyms,
I've taken over.
but they just get taken over right back.
Bagel.
Like, literally, like
Yeah.
if I, it's like, it sucks because, like, there's, like, a place over here where there's, like, 4 or 5 gyms, like, pretty close. And I can usually go down there and take them. Like, I can take them all, but before I take the next gym, the one that I had taken before
Yeah.
is already taken, like, recaptured.
Well,
So
don't
it's
you?
just like, because like I want to try and build up like the amount, because like you can only collect once a day if you're defending gyms.
Yeah,
So if
exactly.
you're defending multiple gyms, you can get multiple sets of coins and Stardust. So it's like I want to get at least like 3 or 4, and then I'll collect for the day and I'll be happy.
Mhm.
And then I'll just, if I get out tomorrow, I'll come back and try and
Right.
retake the gyms. But yeah, it doesn't happen. Like literally, I'll like on my way down the road from one gym to the other. Like I get there, I'm like, I take over the next gym, and I look back, and the other gym that I took over previously. So it's like I only get to collect like one at a time.
I have never been close enough to a gym that's like been my color, so I can at least train at it. So I just get like, there was a Mystic one right next to my house. I'm like, okay, once I go home, I can deal with this. And as soon as I got home, it like changed to Valor. Like, ah, shit. It's like a bad roommate.
Try being Team Instinct.
Yeah, I won't. Don't worry. I don't get that choice.
Actually, I see a lot more like I very rarely see Mystic around. Like I do, like they do pop up occasionally, but I see a lot more Instinct and Valor, especially Valor. But I see a lot of yellows.
There's pretty
yellow
mix
team
where I
around.
am.
Yeah.
Of all 3. And can't you, when you train at a gym that is your color, doesn't it just fortify it against other teams? Isn't that how that works? It doesn't
When
necessarily
you
make
train at the gym, you increase the prestige, which then the higher the prestige of the gym, the more people can place defenders in the gym.
Yeah.
Right. It's like a gym level 1, gym level 2 to
Yeah.
5.
So in order for you to be able to place a gym, it's got to have enough prestige to be able to like. So pretty much you have to go and defeat the gym in order to increase the prestige, so you can place your own Pokemon in there.
Gotcha.
And like that's really rough too, because like you only get one Pokemon versus like when you're trying to capture a gym, you get your entire team of 6. Like, so if you're trying to train at your gym, you're like to increase the prestige so you can put something in there. You have to fight the entire gym with just one Pokemon.
Yes. So basically,
I mean, luckily you don't
I'm
have to use
borked.
revives on it or anything like that. Like, I mean, you still have to heal it with potions, but if you lose, it's not fainted.
Gotcha.
You look like you were gonna say something, Leslie.
No, I was wiping my mouth.
Oh, okay. On the mic.
So, I think the
No, I didn't touch the mic. I
Oh.
touched my hand.
Okay, all I saw, I didn't see your hand, so all I saw. They're
Now
not gonna
who's
see
calling who out?
Yeah, this plays great.
Yeah.
The audio.
Just imagine just someone like waving their hair Fabio style in slow motion, but like also terribly tired. I don't know.
So,
Right.
Yeah,
And then
gyms are hard to
Hunter-
hold.
I respect your imagination.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, and then Hunter saw all the Fabio waving and was like, that person looks like they have something to say.
they just gotta speak right now. I can tell.
Yeah.
I was trying not to interrupt.
All right, so back to Pokemon. So,
By
like
interrupting
it's
you?
saying, like, gyms are notoriously hard to hold.
Yeah.
At least from my experience. Longest I've held one hasn't even been 24 hours, and then I held it for overnight. Like I still had a Pokemon in there like this morning, but it was eventually taken over, and it was only because I went to a graveyard yesterday.
The Carmike's in Plainfield is being held down by a Gyarados.
I've seen a
Nice.
couple of Gyarados now.
Those
That's the
take
first one I saw, and I
400
was
candies
I
to evolve.
I know. That's why I was like, somebody put in some time.
Which,
Yeah,
for
every-
context, is 100 Magikarp you have to catch and then send to
No,
Professor.
400. You have to
No,
catch-
because you get
No,
you
no,
get
it's
4 for
400
each.
candy. Each Magikarp, you get 3 for capturing it and 1 for trading it in.
Oh.
So you
Yeah.
only have to catch 100.
so 100.
It's still a lot.
Yeah.
Unless you hatch one, because like I noticed when you hatch Pokemon, you do get a boost of candies.
You
like,
get-
like anywhere from like 15 to 20.
But do you want to hatch a Magikarp?
I did.
I do.
I did. Hatch
I,
a
Okay.
I would love them.
All right.
Like those 2-kilometer
There's
eggs.
one.
I would rather have Magikarp all day long or starters, because I think you can get starters out of the 2-kilometer eggs. But I'd rather have Magikarp versus anything else, because if I get another Weedle,
Yeah, my first egg hatched. It was a Rattata. When the first time I hatched an egg, I
oh,
so excited. I was hanging out with Devin. I was like, my first egg. He looks over and then he laughs at me and then walks away. And it was
So-
just very anticlimactic.
so I found Eevees are pretty common, and
Yeah.
So I've actually been able to evolve Eevees into all 3 of the evolutions. So I have one of each at least, and so
have a
the first
Vaporeon.
time I hatched my first 10K egg, I was super excited. I was like, oh, this is gonna be something awesome because I have nothing rare, so it's got to be something good. And I hatched an Eevee
Out of a 10-kilometer
out
egg?
of a 10-kilometer egg. Eevees are
Aw.
10-kilometer eggs, and I was just like, and I hatched an Eevee, and I was just like, no, it's the one thing I have on the 10-kilometer egg list.
That sucks.
Wait, is it like 10-kilometer eggs only have a specific set, or is it just more likely to hatch
There's a-
rarer things?
There is a specific like.
Do we know that for
List.
Yeah.
sure, or is that just like somebody saying that this is what a?
Is this
That's the problem.
is this the
with it.
90s style?
think
You can
anybody knows
unlock
anything.
Goku in Smash Brothers by only pressing B, sort of thing,
No,
or is this
but-
like Nintendo? It's just like that's official.
I don't know. Maybe it's not official, but I mean,
That's
Eevee
a-
definitely.
that's a biggest
all
thing with
I know
this.
is for sure is Eevee hatched out of a 10-kilometer egg, and
Yes.
I had a metric shit ton of Eevee already. So I was thoroughly disappointed.
I will say that officially tweeted out by Pokemon Go in 1 week, there will be information on 1v1 battles and trading.
Yeah,
I saw that.
which I am looking forward to because I will need that to exist in this game.
I
Yeah,
am more
me too.
interested in a more refined way of tracking down Pokemon.
Yeah, hopefully they fix the radar thing.
Yeah, because like now my radar's stuck at like everything is 3 feet of footprints
Yeah.
away,
Yeah,
and
mine
then the
too.
stuff that pops up nearby isn't even the stuff on my nearby list.
Yeah,
I
had
Like I
that
don't
work-
get anything on
Yeah.
my nearby list that actually pops up.
I had that work once. That's how I got my first drowsy. But since then, it has not
The
worked
first-
at all.
Don't worry, go to the school. There is like a million drowsy all the time.
Downtown, like I noticed it was all Zubat and Drowsy.
Okay.
Like that's all I was catching. Like I did catch I saw a Clefairy. It got away.
Damn
but
it.
other than that, like, it was just Zubat and Drowsy.
I fucking love a Clefairy.
I want
Yeah, it was
Gen
totally
2 to be added as soon as possible because my favorite Pokemon are Dark type Pokemon. I just want a Sableye and then I'll be happy. I'll just train him forever.
I just want a Cubone.
Cubone.
Bone.
I want a Gengar, but I have yet to be able to catch a Ghastly
Really?
or anything.
Oh, wow.
I
I've
actually-
got like all kinds of Ghastly.
I have a
I'm
ton
not-
of Ghastlies, and I even had a Haunter, but his CP was not where I wanted it to be, so I traded him in for the candy, and I'm holding on to a
Yeah, same
very
here.
strong Ghastly.
There's
Yeah,
just
I'm waiting to get a really good Ghastly, but I've got enough to evolve a Ghastly into a Haunter. But
I
I'm
think I
just
have a
waiting to find a good one.
360 Ghastly right now.
Yeah,
and
my,
I'm just
my
like
best is like 190
saving
or
up.
something like that. So I'm waiting for something a little bit better.
There's just like no love for Pokemon in this. I think it's funny. It's like, I caught this Pokemon. This one's stronger. You're going to the office. Deal with it. All right, you're gone. Like, it's so funny because like I always play the normal games in the sense of like, I found one Pokemon. All right, time to train this for like 40 hours.
This is my Pokemon,
Yeah,
and I will love him forever.
This is mine. You are mine forever. I will love you until you go in box because I catch Abra.
I pretend that they're the same one.
Mm.
Like I've had like so like I'll like when I caught my first Pidgey and I evolved it into like a Pidgeotto and I like all
Yeah.
that stuff. Every time like I get one that's better, I just rename it Wingnut because
Oh,
that's what I named
man.
my Pidgey.
You have to like emotionally set yourself to get
Yeah.
rid of
Wow.
your digital Pokemon.
You're psychotic.
So I'm just like, this is Wingnut.
In
He's
reality,
totally
you're,
been this cool the entire time.
you're stealing all of the food from all of the other Pidgeys so that your strongest one can get even more powerful.
Is it food
Starving hundreds and hundreds of them.
or is it the Pokemon just ground down? Because he conveniently sends you a candy of that type every time you send him one.
I've seen that where
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
like,
just like a
are you
grind of-
sure you want to transfer this? Yeah. Are you sure?
And then it's
Bye,
like,
Zubat. And he sets them on, and then comes out and screams.
it's like just this horrified look, and then he's like, thanks.
That lies the question, why do you find more with the Pokemon themselves? Because they're trying to bury their parents.
Jesus.
Oh. Alright.
We're not talking about Cubone here.
You know what's great?
Not everything is Cubone.
Oh, what if like in like a few months Pokemon just started like you couldn't find them as much and like the numbers started going down?
Except for
'cause you
Pidgey
were
and
like-
Rattata, apparently.
Yeah.
I kind of, I don't know, maybe it has to do with how many people are logged in, how, like, is that how that works?
I don't think anyone really knows.
Nah.
Yeah.
I don't even know if Niantic knows. They just
The best one that I've heard it is, you know, these people release this game, they give you limited information, and they send you out to discover it, and it's literally the song "You Teach Me and I'll Teach You," Pokemon. Go. Like.
Have you guys seen the Pokemon Go Poke Rap?
yes.
Yeah.
Rattata,
Rat-a-tat-a,
Pidgey, 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 Rattata, Rattata, Weedle.
So good.
I laughed way harder than I probably should have at that.
Tears.
Oh, I remember.
And they
I
did
also
like they
laughed 'cause
committed
I
to that.
first
They
heard
went
you-
two
Oh, yeah.
full verses
Yeah.
with
Oh,
it.
yeah. Rattata, 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 Pidgey, Rattata.
It's much better after the second verse.
Yeah.
Each Pokemon to understand. Rattata, Pidgey, 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 Rattata, Rattata.
Weedle.
Oh shit. So the moral of the story is we're having a great time playing Pokemon Go, finding our favorite Pokemons and hatching eggs and fighting our friends and
Yeah.
I'm definitely enjoying it. I know I haven't really gotten out and done a lot of walking yet, but it's only because
I
it's
have.
like so crazy hot outside right now.
Yeah.
Like the moment it starts cooling down, like I will actually be up for going out and walking
Oh,
like
this
downtown,
fall, this
right?
fall, this fall.
Like
I go out at night, actually. I went on a walk at 1 a.m. Like, I can't sleep. Like, let's do this dangerous stuff.
we did too. Like we went, me and Caitlin, we went walking around out by the park
That
over there
field
and all
over
that
there?
stuff. Yeah.
Oh, that field.
Oh,
that
field.
Devin and I were over there, right? And we walk through that field, and a Kingler pops up.
Nice.
A Kingler,
Okay.
right?
Is
So
that
we
a
walk-
big deal? I'm not horribly inclined.
It's an it's the evolved version of Krabby.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's-
I mean, I haven't seen one, and this was like I think a week after the game had come out, so
Okay.
I was super stoked.
Okay.
And
Okay.
so I walked to that edge of the woods, and when I say edge of the woods, it is dense,
Oh, I saw
poison
that.
ivied,
Right.
disgusting woods that you would want to like put on boots and tie them up. So we say, okay, that's all right. We'll walk around.
That's
It's just
all right.
a tiny little patch. We walk all the way around. He disappears, and then he comes back when we get close to the woods again.
It's like, nope, yeah, he is in there.
He is in the woods.
Yeah.
Why would they put him in? There's nothing in there. There's nothing in there.
Come and get me if you dare.
I was very upset.
My favorite catch so far was when I caught I caught a scyther. I was
Oh,
going
that's
over.
awesome.
I was going over to
Son of a
my buddy
bitch.
Dan's house to help him. To help him.
The salt in this room.
Yeah. But I was going over there to help him like move some carpet to take it to the dump or something like that. And I was driving, and I was like right in front of his house. Like I was about to pull into their driveway, and the scyther popped up, and I just like slammed it into park and put on like my emergency lights like right there. And I'm just like trying to catch this. I'm like trying to catch this scyther, and my buddy Dan pulled up behind me because he went to go borrow a truck. So he pulled up behind, like up next to me, and he's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "There's a scyther in your yard." And he's just like, "You're a fucking nerd." All right, so anybody last thoughts?
That was
Last
a
one.
hard transition.
Yeah.
Yep.
You
Like-
know, great times. Now it's time to go.
All
we
right,
are, we are
guys.
done now.
Yeah. The-
Everybody,
the fun is
final
over.
piece because click.
Closing statements.
No, I mean, it's fun. I'm having a good time. I'm waiting to see some more things. Like I'm interested in seeing the 1v1
Yeah.
and trading, and that interests me a lot more than grabbing gems.
Yes.
So I think I'll be even more involved when that
Right.
comes out.
I'm most interested when they start adding more generations of Pokemon. I don't have much nostalgia
Well,
for
so-
anything past like second, maybe
I
third.
thought they
They
were only
still-
adding like one extra generation.
Sure.
I don't think they're gonna put all like what
No, no, no,
740 in there.
I
That
don't
would be
know.
ridiculous.
Hey.
If the game continues
time.
going on,
Give it
give it
time.
time. If the game continues to be popular, they will eventually add them all. But we still have to get through the current generation. Like they
Yeah.
haven't released all the current Pokemon yet. Like we still are missing like 10, 15 Pokemon that
Really?
aren't. Yeah,
I didn't know
you've
that.
got all the legendaries, and then there's like a few that can't be caught at least in the United States.
Yeah, there's some that you can only catch
Out
here
of-
in the U.S., some in Asia. I think there's some in Australia. Yeah,
Interesting.
that you can only catch in that area.
Wait,
You know, somebody
Wait.
said the
Wait.
Kangaskhan
Can you
is-
trade, like, not like internationally?
I don't know. We don't
we
know.
can't trade at all
We're-
yet. So
We're knowing in a week a little bit more about
boy.
it.
Everyone stay
I got-
tuned for Hunter's.
I got some
Black
contacts.
Market.
Don't worry.
Silk
The
Road
weird thing
Pokemon
is,
trading.
I was reading online. They said that Kangaskhan is not. You can't catch it in the U.S.
Huh.
But I'm pretty damn sure the other day I saw the silhouette of a Kangaskhan. I couldn't find it.
Mm.
Like I looked, but I could not find it. But I was pretty sure it was a Kangaskhan.
Can you hatch Pokemon that aren't available in your country?
That
don't
I wasn't
know.
sure of, and that's
Yeah.
why I chose Team Instinct, because I think if there's ever a chance to catch a Pokemon that's out of your area, it's gonna be through eggs.
I am
Yeah.
personally interested in watching sort of the social experiment of Pokemon Go develop and see how well it continues to do outside of in like these initial months, where people were like losing their shit, and like now it's starting to settle down. But let's see where this like settles into, and where it's like main
I don't
community
think
comes
it's settled
from.
at all.
I'm really interested to see
It's
how they're going to do
a
with the
little.
legendaries.
I think it's still gonna grow for a little while. And now I know what you mean, like the mania of release has
Yes,
passed,
that's what I'm saying.
but I don't think it's settled down at
Like
all.
people
No.
are starting to look at it more. Some people are starting to look at it more rationally and sort of see the potential it has outside of the game itself. With a lot of groups sort of forming, like the Indianapolis meeting, and like there's
Right.
been an Atlanta meeting, and there's like hundreds of people coming together for Pokemon
Thousands
Go.
of people coming
So-
together. Yeah.
That's the main thing I'm interested in seeing.
It's
but
been
yeah.
out for 3 weeks and there's already a PokeCon. All right, well, this has been Crit Happens. Have a good one.
We'll see you next week.
Yep, just like that.